Hey people. God, that was a long ceremony, wasn't it? Stevie's already thanking me for waiting for the longest speech ever in history to finish. I thought that was pretty short. I thought 5:15 was too early. I thought the president got inaugurated at 5 on the dot, but they were way ahead schedule. Anyway, hope you're having a good Wednesday. Halfway through the week. Let's try and put some smiles on your faces. A bit more F1 today, as usual. I'm like a monkey, providing F1 on demand. Only F1. I'm just a one-trick pony. Gasly's too powerful, I don't stand a chance. We'll see about that. We will see. Right, should we get on with it? Hi everyone. Right, we're at China today. Now, I've kind of got another confession. I may have done a couple of laps on time trial earlier with a setup again. Because I thought it went so well. Last race almost struck the perfect balance. It was almost what I was looking for, really. We didn't quite win, but it put us in a position where we could have. And that's kind of how I want it. That's how I wanted it set up last year, or last season, when we were in the McLaren. That's why we picked a midfield car, because I thought it would put us in with a fighting chance of wins. We probably won a little too much last season, but we haven't won one yet. So today could be the day. Of course, we've had 3 different winners in the first 3 races. Hey Tams, good evening. Mr. Potato, you alright? I don't really know. I'm trying to get a gauge of how chat's feeling, really. Give me an idea. Are you backing me today? Or are we looking for Pierre Gasly redemption today? He was leading last race before he had a technical issue that put him out of the race. Yes isn't an appropriate answer today. You're either with me or you're against me. Check the standings. So Gasly suffered with that DNF. Really, he should be up in second at the moment. If you take those 18 points that he dropped, he should be up there. Hamilton's kind of walked. I don't know how he's got that lead. It's just been consistent. We're somehow third, so it's not all doom and gloom. We're still in the hunt. We're ahead of Gasly anyway. That's the important thing. Nick de Vries. I'm choosing to ignore Tams with his shit pun. I did see it. Nick, I think Nick de Vries, he's scored in every race so far. Yeah, 10th, 8th, 10th. He's done okay. Hamilton he's been on the podium every race so far. So no surprise he's at the top. That 9th place in Melbourne's dragging us down a tiny bit. But it's been okay. It's been a steady start to the season. I'm quite happy with how it's gone. It looks really competitive as well. Doesn't quite look like a Mercedes walkover. Has to be said, I think Hamilton was quite quick in the race last time out. I think if it was a straight fight between him and Gasly, he probably would have prevailed. But that's what we like, you know. I think he was 5th after lap 1. Hamilton. So he's not really qualifying as well as he might want to. Let's check the development then. So you can see our cars. We're still third. I don't understand how we're third fastest still. By pure fluke, I can only imagine. Mercedes look like it's a relatively comfortable gap for them. AlphaTauri in 5th, yet their 2 drivers look really quick. And now we're coming to a track which is, again, front limited. Which could suit them. Massive long straight down the back as well. They're going to be really, really quick in a straight line. So yeah, it's again one of those where I don't know for sure where we're going to end up. Really, I couldn't predict how this is going to go. Yeah, let's just do it, shall we? I don't think we can't buy any more parts. I think we've got a couple parts in the pipeline. It's only power unit. Really need to start getting some points in though, so we can start investing in a few more parts. Like I say, we're looking good in durability. I don't think we're not in too bad shape, really. I think we're in good shape to at least, providing we don't have any failures. We're in good shape to at least run those power unit parts for the entirety of their life, which I'm expecting is about 5 or 6 races. And then in terms of the only other things, I think it's just drag, isn't it? We were really slow in a straight line, and I don't know if that was set up down to setup, or whether that was just our cars just shit. Stevie thinks that if Gasly leads halfway, Red Bull will switch him. This isn't. You say that, I mean, Verstappen, fluked a podium out of nowhere. Oh no, he was 4th, wasn't he? Actually, my mistake. Ricciardo got him on the last lap, and you got the McLarens there as well. So it's finally poised anyway, with 3 races gone. So yeah, expectations are. We'll see. Oh, only know after qualifying. It doesn't even matter then, really. After qualifying, Quiddle still backs Gasly for the championship. Wouldn't that be fun if they kept this up all season? Yeah, I mean, we've had a couple of circuit. I don't know if it's circuit dependent though. We've had a couple of we've had Bahrain, which is a power track. Vietnam again, massive fuck off straight, and now China. But typically the AI are normally on rails through this on a track like this. Dry race, looks dry, which is good. If anyone's interested, Albon. We got the upper hand on Albon. We firmly outraced him last time. Didn't out-qualify him again, though. So that's something we need to improve on. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's just roll in practice. Bear with me while I load my time trial setup on the car. 50% diff. Ridiculous. 50% brake bias. I'm almost scared to pronounce. Oh no.
Alright, get ready to jump out if you get too hot.
Cesara 98? Oh no. On YouTube has asked who's going to score more points, Alonso or Seb? I'm really sorry if I butchered that name. I looked at that and saw the CY at the beginning and thought, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Who's going to score more points? Beats me. I think if we based it on the cars we've got this year, I'm already seeing a few Alonso shouts. I would think Alonso would do it, just purely on the fact I expect him to be ultra consistent. I don't think I don't think the car's going to win races. I mean, I think one of my bold predictions was that he would win one, actually. But I think
We may see some rain.
I think the car will be good enough to challenge for podiums, and that's all he's going to need, I think. So I think Alonso has a higher quality or a higher chance. I mean, he went to that Abu Dhabi test and was faster than both the Renault drivers from the previous weekend that they were at. And Seb, I'm backing Seb this season. I think he'll go into Aston Martin with a clean slate, breath of fresh air. I think he'll really take it like a duck to water, so I think he'll do well as well. And that Racing Point, well, Aston Martin, I'm expecting will be better than, obviously, what they've had for the past season, so... Alonso. I'm going Alonso. Just purely, he's more used to driving a wheelie bin around than Seb, so I think he'll do better. Tams needs the energy to win this league. Go on, Tams. 13 points. 13 points behind first in his league with 5 races to go. That's a nothing gap. You know, you just got to think, win every race, and it'll just naturally, you'll naturally win it. There you go. It'll be fine. Just keep it clean, keep it consistent. Just win every race, exactly. Right, let me load this setup. I'm just scrolling through the menus. I'm just talking nonsense. Right, so I'm running my Vietnam setup, which is basically the same for China, apparently. So again, this game is very much, you run the same setting, and you're going to be pretty quick everywhere. So, which is good. So I don't have to worry too much about setup. So Tams is 50 points behind with 8 races to go. It's a pretty big gap that you've closed there already. 2 P1s, 2 P2s, and 3 P3s. It's pretty good. Wish I got results like that when I raced in the league. I think I had a season in GP2, as it was called back then, on F1 2013. I had a really decent season there, and it gave me a really inflated sense of, I think I might do alright in the F1 league. Didn't go that well. I think I got 3 podiums though. Oh shit, I have no idea where I'm going. Give us a sec. I got faith in your Tams. Those are some good results. Never forget that Monza win. I will never forget that Monza win. I don't want to talk about it. I prefer to remember my Brazil win. So, yeah. Oh dear. Yeah. Yeah, you know, you go out on a high, you know what I mean? You're only as good as your last race, and my last race was that race in Brazil. And it was a legitimate win as well. Didn't qualify that well, but raced strongly. I was well pleased with that. And then I never raced an F1 league again. I remember thinking, yeah, I could probably do another season. And then I just thought, that's 20 more weeks.
DRS zone is coming up. Get ready to open
And I had iRacing to focus on back then as well. So, yeah, I was always going to choose that in the end. A lot of oversteer with the setup. I mean, it's helping me through the middle part of the lap, but there's some corners where it's wanting to break away a little bit, this car.
This circuit. This is a really strong foundation to build from over the weekend.
Not used to the track map being so high up on the screen. It's almost a little distracting. Of course, I've moved it up so I can bump my my camera down to the bottom left of the screen instead. Because when I was looking back on the last stream, As my face was in front of all the results. You don't want to see that. And I keep forgetting to switch off as well. Switch the camera off when it does get to the results. I thought I'll just move it down to the bottom left. At least it's out of the way. For those that don't want to see my mug. So. This corner's tricky. Shazera is saying on YouTube, it's alright, the only championship that matters is LRL, which I absolutely dominated in F1 2012. Yeah. That was a fun time. Rain? Evening, Phil. Nice of you to turn up for a stream for once. Phil killed me at India in that season. I can't even remember half of what happened in that season. Oh, I've missed that gate. Let me just ignore that. I mean, I can remember what happened in some races in, you know, F1 2013. It was in 2014 we done that league, I think. But I can't remember much of what happened there. I only remember, really, the wins. So the wins in Brazil, the wins in Monza, I almost forgot, the podium in Korea. That's one of my favourite races. I love that race. And then me hitting the pit lane entry at Nürburgring. I'm pretty sure there was a Twitter account on that was on. I know, it's the weather's changing. Sorry, where was I? Yeah, there was a Twitter account that I can't remember who made it, but I remember I got a screenshot featured on there. I think it was called like AOR moments taken just before disaster or something. And my screenshot, there's a screen grab of the official broadcast that they did, where I literally was about to career into that barrier. And I instantly remembered. That's the only reason I know. I remember that race as well. I absolutely hammered it into the pit lane entry. Alright, let's change the... It's a bit awkward, really. I need this to change into inters. Everyone's all out on dry still. AOR Season 21 return, make it happen. Has it really been 21 seasons now? It doesn't roll off the tongue as nicely as Season 8. You know what I mean? They're going to be like the Super Bowl 792. It'll get to that point, I'm fairly sure. AOR will remain. Right, they're all out on inters now. Let's see if we can cheat some of our practice programs.
This test is all about tyre management.
Bill remembers 2012 started well. Got pole at Australia. Pretty sure Jamie got pole at Australia, and then the qualifying session got restarted, didn't it? We were all excited, ready for a new season, and I think there was... I don't know if it was a mass disconnection or what. Oh my word. Hang on, let me just... I'm not focused. Man, LRL, those are the days. There's parts of that I missed still, but there's parts there I was just so relieved when AOR rebranded and I got to come back. I learnt so much running that league at LRL. I think by the time AOR got rebranded, LRL was just like on the verge of like falling apart anyway. I think the Forza League needed new blood. And the F1 League was non-existent as well. So, yeah, I was really grateful when that chance came up. As soon as I heard the website was changing, or changing hands over to Fissy, I was like, yo, Fiss. Yo, Fiss, drop... you remember 3 years ago when I got banned? Do us a favour, pal. I'll make it worth your while. And then I became a coordinator for the iRacing League. The rest is history. Is iRacing still going on AOR? I didn't actually hear it referenced the other day when they were advertising their leagues, when I saw an advert for it. You remember X Shuffle had a pretty good start to the season, and I found my groove. It kind of almost coincided with just motivation, really. It's amazing how bad your results go when you don't care anymore. And some people just didn't enjoy the game. I thought 2012 was the best one out of the three, obviously, that were out at the time. And I enjoyed driving it for what it's worth. But I think we were doing like 100% races every weekend. And some people put practice in. I put laps in because I wanted to at least, turn up and give it the best I could. But some people just literally turned up with no practice and just couldn't be asked anymore. So, yeah, it's a shame really, because we had a good lineup. I think we could have had a really good season. I think we had just this incredible season in F1 2010. There was like 3 people going for the championship, pretty much all the way until the last race. And it just never got to that point again, really. So, yeah, that's how I found myself winning races time and time again in the end during that season. And then some idiot took over AOR. Oh, you mean the iRacing League? Sorry, I thought you were dissing Fissy, but no, you're actually suiciding by words. Yeah. You done alright, Phil. You done alright. I had to come back just to keep an eye on things. I'm only kidding. It's alright, iRacing will return, I'm very confident of that. Whether it's in a league format or not, it just takes, like, one thing you understand when you start running the league or start, coordinating, and as I'm sure some of you have done as well, man, it takes so much effort. It's like a job in its own. It's like you're having to make sure that everyone gets there on time, everyone's turning up to races. If people aren't turning up, then you got to get that sorted out as well, and that's not very fun. Some people have to miss races legitimately, but don't report it. What do you do with those kind of people? Yeah, I didn't enjoy that side of it. The whole steward inquiries and stuff as well. I didn't mind the steward inquiries, but I think a lot of people, obviously the people that always got a negative result, would always take it out on the admin as well. It just wasn't. You're on a hide into nothing when you run a league normally, but when you get it right, it's so rewarding. Like doing the Pro Mazda League on iRacing was the best thing I ever did for that league. Like the best thing, full stop. Like I love doing the Forza leagues on Legends Racing, but yeah, the Pro Mazda League was just amazing. Those first 3 or 4 seasons that I ran, genuine pleasure. The competition was great. Like we had some of the top iRacers at the time, or some of the fastest guys in those respective cars, like not just Pro Mazda but Formula Renault, turned up and signed up to that league. Yeah. I'm very proud to get that recognition and that pull for some of those drivers to actually want to come and race week in, week out and get get tanked in a sprint race on turn 1 on lap 1. Yeah, fun times. Oh yeah, Stevie, we were talking about just league racing in general. I'm referencing AOR more because that's obviously where I came from. So right, so FP2 is wet as well. Should I just keep running? Might as well. Oh, hang on. Oh, wants me to go back on the medium. Is it dried up again?
Looks like the track is drying out nicely. It's worth thinking about revisiting some of the earlier programs to see if we can improve upon the results.
That looks slick with a bit of a shine on that front tyre.
So far, our fastest lap is a 1:30.
I don't really want to do it. Let's just skip. It's alright. It's not the end of the world. Sweet. So I found out today that the obviously season 4 of the podium pass is out now on this game, and I now don't have enough credits to buy VIP without actually purchasing it using real money. I was very sad. It looks like I won't be getting any VIP rewards from there on. Would you take this grid? Look at this lineup. I mean, I wouldn't want to be in 14th, but that's okay. It is wet as well. Let's not forget. Tams, you're coordinating the league as well. How popular is the AOR stuff still? I've not been on the forums for a long time, I don't think. I only went on it briefly just to view some old... That's what I do, I just go on the forums now just to reminisce. I just look back at all the old races going, oh, memories, fun times. Sometimes I'll go back and watch like some of the official broadcasts again. Like the GSRC ones. ACC is huge at the moment. I don't even have Seto Corsa. Well, I don't have well, I've got the original game, but not the Competizione. Don't have that. FP2, let's go. Our racing's currently on hiatus. That's okay. Wait for me, please. Oh, it's the Daytona, isn't it? This weekend. That's just reminded me. How's the lineup looking? What does Team AOR look like? Well, the unofficial Team AOR. Oh wait, are you running officially on the official colours, or are you just running a ragtag team? Evening, Neil. How goes that? Doing Team AOR, wicked. Who's on the lineup? Who have you got?
Okay, remember that the way the car handles is all about weight transfer.
Oh, this is full wet condition.
Mass moves forward. When you accelerate, it moves rearward, and when you turn, it is.
I believe Fissy's streaming parts of the 24 hours of Daytona this weekend, which I'm excited to see. Hopefully I'll be in the chat cheering you guys on. Maybe jump in the voice chat as well. Take part in Waldo's quiz, if Waldo wants to do that. So who you got? So you got you, Christian, and you. So only 3 people running a 24-hour car as well, on each team. Good luck to you guys, you're going to be so sleep deprived at the end. Oh, all in the same team. Okay, yeah, that makes much more sense. Yeah, it's better. I prefer it when it's a more... I'm torn, really, because I like running in the car as long as possible. So if it was a 3-man team, I'd be like, yeah, no problem, probably. Stupidly. But also, it's a lot of fun. If no one's ever done any racing like that. The endurance racing used to be so good. When I used to do it. You'd have like 5 or 6 people in the same team. And just go multi-class racing. It's good fun. Neil's trying to get some Age of Empires 2 going with this. I've never played Age of Empires, so I bid you good luck. If you can convince me, but yeah, I need to make time for it. That's the problem. So between this and, you know, there's other games that I like to play at the moment as well. So you're gonna have to really convince me. Is it like Monopoly? Age of Empires 2 stream. I have no idea what I'm doing. You wouldn't want to see that. I'm really worried about streaming other games on here, because that's not really what everyone's really here to see, you know? So... Sweet. That's the next one. God, chat's buzzing tonight. I'm gonna scroll up just to see if I've missed anything. Stevie can't be fucked with the endurance racing. It is cool though.
The radar's showing a clear patch on
I'm pretty sure that's my last official race on iRacing, doing the Le Mans 24-hour. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't access my profile anymore, so I actually don't know. Right, let's do the race strat. Oh, we're on Inters now. That's good. Neil started playing Age of Empires when it first came out 20 years ago. I'm kind of with you in that. In that I find myself playing just a lot of old games now. I'm stuck in a time period where nothing that comes out these days is that great. I say that after clocking nearly 60 hours on Hades, but it's just the old games are the best, and the remakes of, you know, they're the games that I normally play now. I'm pretty sure all of last year, my most played game last year was Crash Team Racing, the remaster. When I mean last year, I mean 2019, I guess. But I just couldn't stop playing it. I'm just drawn to the games that I used to love when I was younger now.
Keep it up. We're looking at about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes.
The chat starts spiking when Neil joins the chat. Well, what I'm noticing now is that Neil has literally just wrote 3 messages in a row, so he's deliberately bumping the chat up there, it looks like. So you're the only one in here chatting there, Neil. Crash Team Racing got done dirty at the end. The multiplayer is absolutely horrific now. Well, I mean, it was horrific all the way throughout. Connectivity was poor. And then there's like apparently like a bug between the PS4 and the PS5 versions. When CTR came out, the remaster. Actually, that is my very last post on the forum. People were asking about a CTR league. I think I didn't say I couldn't. I was saying I didn't want to commit to one, but I wouldn't mind like a couple of race nights here and there. That would have been so cool. I mean, it might still be possible. We could do like a stream CTR race night. One day, when we have enough people following and watching who go, yeah, I've got CTR. That would be nice. Maybe that's the whole reason I'm doing this. I'm just getting enough people I can just fill a lobby and do some online racing with. New league confirmed.
Great lap. You've nailed what we asked for. Keep it up.
Car feels nicely balanced in the wet here. Again, much like Vietnam, I really struggled with the default setup to turn the car in. But now I've got this on. Front end is so much nicer. I can really point it where I want to. It just means I've got to be a tiny bit more careful on throttle. But again here, I really need a good front end, especially through the middle sector and turn 1 as well. But it's just going where I want it to go. It's almost like a new game, how I'm driving this. And I've put a fair amount of hours in now, with just the default setup. It feels nice, this is good. Has Neil asked, has anyone ever played Crash Bash? Of course I have. I got it when it came out, way back when, 2000 I think it was. Loved it. I'd love a remaster of Crash Bash. Although I gotta say, the minigame, I think it's one of those games where I'm feeling very nostalgic about. Really, I think CTR was legitimately a great game, like universally praised by everyone. I think Crash Bash had a some of the minigame variants. One I didn't like, you know, the minigames all seemed to be quite similar to each other and they were just like little readers. Actually, I kind of liked that, but I think what I didn't like was that some of the minigames were just utter trash. Like the only ones that I really liked doing were the fighting ones, and the only variation I actually liked of that was where you were on like a skyscraper and you would knock holes in the floor so people could fall in. That was my only favourite one. I think it was called like Space Bash, I think. The polar bear levels, the polar bear battles, they were my favourites. But I only liked the first level, really. Out of that, the first variation. The pinball, it wasn't pinball, but you know, you had like different cars, one on the bottom of the screen, one at the top, one on the left, one on the right. And you try and knock each other out by putting as many shots past them as you could. But I mean, there were some towards the end of the game that were absolutely trash. So yeah, I might enjoy the remaster, but I don't think it would be particularly fun. It'd be like Mario Party, I guess, wouldn't it? The pogo stick one was okay, but I mean, there was some that was awful. Like the tank battles were awful. There was one where you were like had a mallet and you were like hitting stuff from the floor. What the hell? Awful. So fuck Mario Party. I have to say I'm not a Mario Party enthusiast. It's because I didn't have any friends back then. Sad time. No, around that time it was Super Smash Brothers. At that time, that was our go-to game when I had friends over. Or Pokemon Stadium. The mini games on Pokemon Stadium were quite fun. Again, that's a game that probably wouldn't survive a remaster. Not that Nintendo would ever do that. Let's end that. Pace looks good. Pace looks really good. Friends over for Phil was Halo back in the day. Halo. Didn't actually, for me, didn't play Halo until Halo 3. I didn't have an original Xbox. I played Halo 2, I think, before, around my cousins who had an Xbox. But it didn't really hook me back then. But then obviously Halo 3 came out and it was phenomenal. Rest is history with that. To be honest, when it was friends over for me, it was mostly FIFA. Back in the day, like after school, I'd have like me and my best mate. We'd come hang out. We're either playing football outside or we were playing FIFA, or Pro Evo, as well for some periods. It was mostly FIFA in the later years. I think past Pro Evo 4. I think Pro Evo 4 was pretty much the pinnacle of PES. Let's see the times here. So boss test is quite far ahead actually. Pro Evo was amazing. Pro Evo 4 was my favourite. And it was far superior to FIFA back then. Do you remember This Is Football? We played that sometimes as well. Where you could deliberately dive. Fun times. Right, it's drying up here, so hopefully this target time's enough. Not really the practice I wanted, but I'd rather have some dry running. But you know what, it's not a big deal. I might run the qualifying sim in FP3 again when it's dry. I need some knowledge of this car. A bit too slidey here as well. It doesn't feel like the tyre's right for this condition now.
5 minutes until rainfall expected. 5 minutes until rain.
More rain, brilliant. I can't make its mind up. It's gone from full wet to almost dry to more wet again. DRS is enabled, so that looks like dry weather. Whoa, wheel spin still all the way there. That was really difficult balancing the car there. Losing all that time as well. Oh, Neil's off for food. See you later, man. But honestly, I don't know why you're not watching this during your food time. We'll say it's much nicer turning into that hairpin than the other setup, than the default preset. I remember last season I complained so much about that hairpin and how I couldn't turn into it properly. But yeah, car's responding nicely. It's feeling good. Qualifying pace, not purple. Passed it, but it's not purple. No, we're not preset 4 anymore. So in Vietnam, last time around, we ran a setup. I don't know why I did setup. It's yeah, we just we pulled a setup off of the time trial leaderboard. F's in chat for preset 4. Very sad times. It served me well, but it's not. It's just it wasn't doing the job anymore. And now it's now that we've cranked the difficulty up, I need a car that's going to be. I don't want to be handicapped by the car as much, really. So yeah, done all right though. I had a good race in Vietnam with that on. Now, obviously, we're hoping we'll do well here today.
The session has drawn to a close, so let's review our top.
FIFA 2004.
Verstappen and Daniel Kvyat.
FIFA 2003 was great. I don't know why. I don't know if it was just... No, actually, I know why. Because the way you could take free kicks on FIFA 2003 was the best. You can add, like, you can actually choose like how much spin you wanted to put on. You could actually literally just guide the ball in, like, because there was so much you could do with the shot. It was like playing like a snooker game or something. But you could choose where you could actually hit the ball and it would affect the spin and all and the curl, and that was great. In 2004, just that whole game was just terrible. I just associate FIFA 2004, 2005, and 2006 as just trash. It was genuinely horrific playing those 3 games. I'm pretty sure on 2004 I remember scoring goals from the corner flag because the ball would just bend and go in. Ricardo's topped FP2 again here. I'm not actually paying attention to much of what's actually going on the track at the moment. So I remember when FIFA 2007 came out though. Loved it. That was like the beginning of FIFA's golden era, I think. 2007 was great. Okay. So again, these power units, they've done 3 races. They've not even topped 50% yet, in some cases. In all cases. Feeling very comfortable from that standpoint. I don't really think we need to invest too much R&D in that, really. I don't understand how it's going to get... Why we would want... There's like 17 more durability parts we can purchase, potentially, in the future. Why would you want to do that? This power unit's going to make it. Why would you invest in durability? Feel much prefer playing Uno. Loser. Uno's great though. I'm not going to hate on Uno. Okay, let's do this quali sim again. We'll do it with soft tire this time. Hopefully it might put us up the leaderboard. Fingers crossed. Hit him with an Uno reverse. Uno's just great. My girlfriend tried to, actually she introduced me to Rummy Cub over Christmas while she's been staying here. I never thought I'd get into it, but it's pretty neat. That's a pretty cool game. She bought like a travel edition, which for a game that seems that it's not complex really, but I would recommend Rummy Cub. I'm just thinking of Uno. When I play Uno, it's always, oh my god, I'm not even looking where I'm going. When I'm thinking Uno, I think, like, I imagine like the travel pack as well. You literally just walk around with just some playing cards. That's all you need. That's all you need to play Uno. And with Rummy Cub, you've got like a little box as well that you can just take around with you as well. Just takes it to work every now and then when it's a bit quiet these days. I'd recommend that. But of course, the only way to play a video game, to play a board game, is the video game equivalent, obviously. So you can only play Uno when it's on your Xbox, or if it's on your Steam library. That's how I play my board games these days. My preferred method. Monopoly. Can't play Monopoly on its own. It has to be the game now. I don't have the patience to set the board up. And all the stupid rules about houses and hotels and shit. Lovely turn in on that car at the hairpin.
Okay,
Perfect. There we go, that's the purple one. Loved webcam Uno on the 360. Never forget the day some dude decided to show his chameleon on stream. That euphemism. Or an actual chameleon. Oh, Xbox 360 was the days, wasn't it? Xbox Live on the 360. There's some right weirdos on there. And I grew up during that era. Maybe I was one of them.
Screen on your multi-function display will allow you to change various settings in the drive. Open the
Throw a temp clear.
MFD button.
Couple attempts in the middle sector though,
Navigate up and down to the setting you want to change.
which is quite interesting.
Best lap so far.
Let's end it there though. Straight to quali then. Why not? Feeling good.
And with all the cars now over the line,
That's pretty close as well.
let's see our top three again. Bottas, Verstappen, and a racing point.
Ricardo again.
That's it.
He's there. He's there, isn't he?
Officially over. Until next time, goodbye.
Gasly in 10th though. That's not good. That is not good at all. The chat hero. Not really doing well. Kvyat's ahead of him though. Kvyat only 3 tenths behind though, so it's close, isn't it? There's a lot of people in contention here. Mercedes 1-2. Coming up in qualifying. Wait. Did everyone see Sergio Perez today? And he's racing overalls for the first time at Red Bull. Didn't look out of place, to be honest. I just looked at that and kind of almost went, "Oh yeah."
What do you think of this one?
It just looked quite natural. So the story of Phil getting flashed by a chameleon. Chameleon flash? Whatever. He says he's an older guy and after 15 minutes he says, "Hey guys, you want to see my chameleon?" That is the kind of thing that would come up in Xbox Live chat, to be honest.
If it were me, this is probably what I'd have done.
Alright, let's get this power unit part. That's going to take us above Mercedes if both those parts develop. Of course, they're developing as well, but yeah, in good spot. AlphaTauri's still ahead though in the power unit department, so I'm expecting him to be very quick here. Still going to be quick. Okay, let's qualify. The chameleon's name was Phil. Come on. Is that why he showed it to you? Could you actually see it as well? It wasn't camouflaged. Alright. Predictions in chat. What do we reckon? What do we reckon? I don't actually know. We look quite good after practice there. But I'm expecting obviously everyone's going to turn the speed up here. We're only 300ths off the fastest there. But I mean, Gasly was in 10th and half a second off, so it's very close. Make a mistake anywhere, and you're going to drop a few places, I think, in this top 10. Stevie's going for P1. Which is, would ruin the vibe of the stream, I think. But, yeah. That'd be nice. I wouldn't mind that. There's nothing better there's nothing more I would like than to just qualify first and just walk the race. But that's not going to be fun for you guys. And I'm pretty sure you guys would suggest a free stop at that point as well. So, I better shut up. Okay, here we go. Just the way this car just almost stuck to the inside of turn 1 there. Very little push at all, mid-corner. Quiddle still has hope for Gasly. Russell P1! Surprise contender. Oh no, never mind. Oh, I had hope for a moment. There's Leclerc. Time's getting quicker already. We're in the 29s already. Oh, I really wanted to hug that corner, but I just couldn't. And the car just started to step out as soon as I applied some of the throttle there. Okay, get this right. What I've just done there is not got that right. A little wide there, missed the apex by a mile. Bit wide on the last corner there. Not the best lap I've ever done. There's time there. Where are we? About half a second off as well, so... Oh, we're going to slide down the order here. This isn't looking good. It's okay. No, I don't want to go out! Shit! I wanted to press X, I pressed A, I just wanted to drink. No, go back, go back, go back, go back! Fuck. Stop. Right. I can only retire. This is a joke. Hang on. Return to garage. So I've lost a little bit of time there. Probably added another lap on the tyres there as well. Okay, that's the target. So what have we got? We've got...
Our best lap so far is a 1
middle sector, really. If we can tidy that hairpin up, it's the middle sector, really, where we're losing the time. Don't recall losing too much through there. I know the hairpin, we've got a bit of time, but... yeah, that's going to be tough. Gasly watch, for anyone interested. In P8 at the moment. That's quite a way back as well. So that's not looking good. Alright, it's early days. It's early days. don't get your hopes up though, people. That's what I'm trying to say. Was I in standard on that first lap? I don't remember changing this to standard at all. Why did it have me in standard there? Anyway. That'd be funny. Okay, lap 2. Albon in touching distance as well. Can we out-qualify him for the first time? That's got to at least be the target, right? We've got to get him at least one time this season. Probably as soon as he stops becoming my rival. He's got rival powers at the moment. Car turn is so nice there, didn't even need the exit curb.
We have 2 laps of fuel remaining.
Chucked a lot of minimum speed for that hairpin, car just stuck there. This is where the AI are particularly strong though. It's this series of corners where they can really apply the throttle early and keep it pinned as well. I'm just getting too much wheel spin in the middle of the part of that corner to really gain time. It's looking alright though so far, a bit tidy. Slightly better exit as well this time around. Right, let's get this correct this time. And we might have a shot. Maybe not. We gained time, but it wasn't as much as I thought.
5 minutes. There are 5 minutes of the session remaining.
Here we go. We're close. It's not P1 though. It's only 4th still. That's it's close. That's all I can say. Okay, let's see where we line up for that. Oh, you know, that's pretty close. If this was real F1, everyone would be getting really hyped at the moment. Leclerc up there again. Gasly only in 9th. Where's Kvyat? 13th. Not good. So we're there then, aren't we? I'm expecting they'll find more time as well. I need to get out of there because I've just seen the time. Okay, so quick look. Yeah, middle sector. That's it again. Okay, can we do it? Can we do it? Just don't bin it. Did it just change the bright sunshine? Did I just go through a cloud or something? That lighting looked really strange. Oh no, I'm not going to cross the line!
And with qualifying complete, let's review our
No one improved either.
Hamilton, Verstappen, and
Oh no, that's a lie. People behind me did.
For now then, but we're really just getting started. Make sure to join us again for lights out.
Well, we had qualified Albon, didn't we? This sport is so boring. It's always Hamilton. Alright, Lewis. So, Verstappen. So, I mean, 2nd, 3rd and 4th separated by 200ths. It's pretty close. Pretty close. So, that's okay. We beat Albon. Ricardo. I mean, Ricardo's looked so good here. All weekend so far. Really good shape. Then you've got Gasly. Gasly in 7th. So he's improved a little bit. He's ahead of both the Ferraris. So that might help him out. He's going to be so fast in a straight line though. So I'm expecting he might move up the order a little bit. De Vries in 14th. Didn't improve, I don't think, on his final run. Happy with that. And Sainz is ahead of Russell in a Williams. Embarrassing. Pretty good. There we go. So that's our rivalry extended slightly. That's another one. One more race left on that. Wait, does that mean one more race as in this next race we're doing? Or one more after this? I don't know. It's normally 5 races, I think. So maybe it's next race they're talking about. Okay. Quick quick break, and then I'll be back for the race. One sec.
Well done. Very solid result. You're looking good for the race.
Alright, we're back. Right, so predictions then. So fourth isn't too bad, really. Second row. We can take, we have a good start. It's feasible we can take the lead. It's going to be dry. Strategy will be interesting again, I think. I'm pretty sure there was a one-stopper last time. I think Verstappen won it on a one-stop. If I'm right. Yeah, it's one of those races where strategy is more of a concern than some. Some are straightforward one-stoppers. I suspect they're going to put me on a two-stop here.
It's time to find out which driver is up to the task of claiming the Chinese Grand Prix. We're here in Shanghai. We start a lap here at Shanghai with the long, difficult right-handers of turns 1 and 2, the first of 16 corners that make up this 3.3-mile circuit. The incredibly long back straight provides the best passing opportunity of the lap, with speeds in excess of 200
Expecting
miles
Gasly
per hour
to do things here.
turn 14.
He's got to be doing bits if he wants a championship challenge here.
Joined once again by Anthony Davidson.
Kind of fell down the order.
We should talk about
Quite disappointed, really.
We have a number of changes to the aerodynamic regulations this year, and the signs haven't looked good for them so far in terms of getting to grips with it. It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton lines up on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside.
It's a good front row.
The rest of the grid we have Bottas and a racing point. Alexander Albon.
Our best qualifying of the year
Gasly,
so far.
Leclerc, Vettel and Lando Norris. Perez, Fiat, Esteban Ocon, and De Vries, Giovinazzi, Magnussen,
Getting higher and higher.
and Carlos Sainz, Russell, and Nicholas Latifi. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Okay. Let's have a look. Let's see what the strat is.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form
Okay.
and aim for another top 10 finish.
Okay. So I think, well, it's going to be one of these two, isn't it? So you're going to have some drivers on the two-stop. You're going to have some on the one. pretty sure we two-stopped last race we were here. But of course, we've got a slightly quicker car underneath us today. We'll have to stick with the 1 for now. That's what they've suggested. I think we'll know very quickly who's two-stopping, I think. If they come in lap 4, pretty obvious it's going to be a two-stopper. Probably going to lose the chance to do a fastest lap though, if we just one stop. Again, let's just focus on... Let's get the win first before we start focusing on fastest laps. Okay, let's do it. Stevie goes to the 1 stop, he's suggesting. Stevie, are you okay? Suggesting just a 1 stop. That's very unlike you. Right, here we go. A little bit of wheel spin, really. Wheel spin at the start, wheel spin in the second phase there as well. So didn't really get the launch. We've still got Bottas alongside, who's just turned into me. Thank you. Wow, and he's got some great traction there as well. Bit of a lock up from someone. Right, this is where their advantage is then. It's here. Let's see how much they pull away. A fair bit. Wasn't a great corner from me personally. Oh, here goes Albon up the inside. Almost chopped Ricciardo. I'm just trying to switch back, that's all. Okay. Straight back. Let's get him. See if we can get it stopped on the inside line for the hairpin. This is what unstuck us last race. Last year when we raced Bottas. Yeah, it turns in quite nicely there. Albon's still there though. Piss off. Job done. Lost a bit of ground to the top 3, but let's see if we can make amends. Like I say, it's that middle part of the lap. We're pretty good in the first and third sectors. Hamilton's going for it, mate. He's going for it. Oh, Bottas, a little wobble there. It's not often that our Bottas in our career mode gets out-qualified by Hamilton. Must be feeling under the weather of sorts. They are so fast through the exit there, it's unreal. I need to get that shit sorted out really quick, or I'm going to suffer here. Oh, Bottas really struggling. Alright, can we get Bottas? Sort of. Not really. Wow. Sat on that apex beautifully. I got too much wheel spin. Albon for a dive in the last corner there. Cheers, Alex.
DRS is being enabled this lap. We can use DRS when you are within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
For the first time we got a bit of understeer. Quiddles wants to send. Shit, I didn't read it. It's because I didn't read it, that's why I didn't send it. I promise. Right, I guess we've got no choice now. Quiddles wants to send. Sorry, Valtteri.
Hamilton's out in front.
Slightly better corner there that time around. Just need to line this up a bit nice, if we can. Bit risky deploying the ERS when we did, but we got away with that. Right, here we go. Yes, that's how it's done. Couldn't do it last season. Couldn't turn the hairpin in time. Legitimate overtake. That was good. Okay, up to third.
We're approaching the pit window. You'll be on the hards.
Right, now we'll see at the end of this lap who is 2-stopping and who will be 1-stopping, I assume. I mean, it stands to reason that Mercedes could 2-stop both their drivers, I guess. So one would be in this lap and one in the next. But we'll see. It'll be a welcome surprise to see Hamilton pit at the end of this lap, I think. I wouldn't expect Verstappen to, though. Just based on last season's strategy, they were able to make that one-stop work. So we'll have to wait and see on that one.
No issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them.
About to say the front tyres aren't feeling their best anymore. Really feeling it in that middle part of the lap as well.
Verstappen is ahead of you. Our gap to the car in front is 1.7 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. We think they've got 2 stops remaining. The time
Okay.
last lap was a 1:34.3. You're closing by 4/10 per lap.
Right, Lewis stays out. Max has gone in. They're flipping it round. They're doing the other strat this time around.
We're leading our teammate by 9.4 seconds.
Interesting call. Interesting call. The Red Bull are going on the 2-stop. Or stopping very early and stretching the medium. Or the hard tyre, rather.
Hamilton is ahead of you. Okay, gap ahead is 4.1 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 4 laps
Oh,
old.
front tyre, I didn't like that.
One more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.5. You're gaining by 1/10 a lap.
Right, so engineer just said Hamilton has 1 stop left, so that's a what? So he's 1 stop in that. A lot of 1-stoppers still. Verstappen's the only one that's actually gone in, it looks like, on that track map. No, there's a Ferrari there, sorry, as well. Not as many 2-stoppers as I thought, perhaps. So this is a straight fight then. It looks like, between us and Lewis. And potentially Max, if he gets a hurry on. Gasly's in 6th, I think, at the moment, for those on Gasly watch. Alright, no one else has gone in. Oh no, that's a lie. Another Ferrari's gone in. Both Ferraris 2-stopping. You know you've done something horrifically wrong when Ferrari stopped both their drivers and put them on the same strategy, right? So Verstappen's doing the same as those guys. So I guess we can say RIP to Verstappen's race-winning ambition today. Although to be fair, it could work for Max because he's got clean air. You would think. Well, no, actually, no, that's a lie. So he's going to be passing a couple of cars who are on the alternative strategy. I'm sitting here in my mind thinking he's going to pass Hamilton with the overcut. Or the undercut, rather. Yeah, if it was just them two on their own and they had the track to themselves with no traffic, Verstappen would probably jump Hamilton on the undercut right now. Okay, so we're in this lap. Albon closing to Bottas. There'll be fireworks kicking off in a second there. They're all pretty close there. Will Mercedes double stack? Unlikely. There goes Hamilton. In he comes. We're going to follow.
Hamilton is stopping now.
Gearbox on 49%. I just had a really bad downshift there and it just made me think, check the gearbox just in case. Okay, here we go. Hamilton on hard.
Go, exit now. We're racing on the exit. Go, go, go.
Luxury of having a team in the second half of the pit lane there. No traffic there on the exit.
Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now.
Oh, just out ahead of Nick. It's good for us. That's clean air. Okay, so Verstappen got ahead of Hamilton. So that's made the race, that's going to make the race interesting. So, we should expect Verstappen to start pulling away, right? He should start pulling away. So for him to make that 2-stop work, he needs to start pulling a gap. Oh, there's a yellow coming up. No, Nick! No! Oh, well, that's buggered our constructor's chances of scoring at least a tiny, solitary point. He's been so good at that so far. Well, that's very annoying. No safety car right now, though. Safety car is enabled, I think. We'll just check. Yeah, it's on. Safety car is on. The safety car would really ruin Max right now. Actually, no, it wouldn't. That's a lie. It'd probably force all those ahead of him to go in. So it'd probably actually help him.
Nick's dropped out of the race.
Alright, let's see how good the setup is at holding onto its front tyres. I'm immediately thinking of the puncture we had last race. So, we've got form for it to all go wrong. Okay, Ricciardo's in. Bottas is in. There's a Ferrari ahead of him. Leclerc's jumped them both. So Charles Leclerc on his 2-stop. Where the hell am I going? What kind of line was that? So Leclerc's stopped, and he's ahead of... Well, he's net 4th place with that. So he's right behind me now, or behind me. I'm assuming he's going to be closing.
Gap to the car behind is 2.4 seconds.
Let's take a look.
Leclerc behind. Our gap behind is 2.4 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 1 lap old. We think they've got 1 more stop. The time last lap was a 1:34.5.
I don't actually know how that compares. Looks like he's closing in this sector though, so I'm bracing myself. So Charles Leclerc is on the charge. There are a lot of cars still out, considering it's lap 8. Stevie, I don't know why you're bragging yet. I'm in 10th. Sorry, I'm in 8th. I'm in 10th. Sorry about the numbers. Confused. I'm closing Lewis though. I think that's more to do with him getting stuck in traffic more than anything. But look at the track map. Verstappen's clearing. Verstappen's clearing everyone. Sorry, I just rewound to look at that perfect cone placement. How did it end up not just there, but upright? Anyway. Gasly got past. Oh yeah, for the Gasly watch. So Gasly's ahead. Gasly's ahead of Ricciardo. He's ahead of Albon as well. What's happened to Albon? He's just gone into the pits again. That's not Max, is it? Albon's gone in. There's a Red Bull in the pits. Anyway, Gasly's up behind Bottas now. Oh my god. Oh, how did I not break my wing there? Everyone's so slow at the moment. Now wall of death this. Yeah. He backed up so much there. That was close. Leclerc only a second behind now. So if I could clear these guys, that'd do me a right favour. Also irrelevant, but the patch note says they've slowed down Markelov because he was unintentionally too fast. I read that in the patch note earlier as well. But yet they've not done it for Albon and Bottas. Interesting. I'm only joking. Yeah, imagine, like, how fast must Markelov be going? Is it just because he's qualifying in weird places? Is that how they've determined that he's been going too fast? Like, how do you figure that out? Or is there like a deliberate number that they've given him that's gone way over what they... Yeah, strange. Just need to send. I hear Quiddles shouting send in the back of my mind. That was pretty nice. Quiddles thinks they need to speed Gasly up too. For today they do. He's really not I mean, he's doing okay, but he's not there at the moment. I see him on the track map. He's in a bit of clean air on his own. Chasing Bottas, but that's a good couple of seconds he's behind. Verstappen is... Oh, Verstappen's losing time again. I thought Verstappen had the upper hand. But no, Hamilton's clawing him back in. Maybe Markelov is just really good. I mean, he's been in the sport long enough, right? Just some sympathy. They've like they've basically swapped his experience number with speed and have made him way too quick. That seems believable. That's a Codemasters thing that could happen. Oh, Verstappen needs to get a move on. This is hurting his strategy big time. I mean, it's good for us. He's getting held up by that other Alpha. Who's in the other Alpha? The George? No, he's in the Haas. The Giovinazzi? I actually forgot who's in the other Alfa Romeo alongside Stroll. I think it's Gio. Because Kimi left, I think. Kimi retired. Okay, Bottas is on the back of those Haas cars as well. Alright, Verstappen's got to clear this car, this lap. Or Hamilton's going to get him. Oh, here we go, he's side by side. Looks like a slam dunk. These guys are really stretching this this one stop out. You know what? I'm slightly concerned. I'm looking at that Renault and that AlphaTauri up front. They're in a race of their own up front. We've got a lot of catching up to do still. And they're gonna. I mean, granted, they're gonna stop and fall behind us, but they're only one stopping as well. They're gonna be on fresher tyres than us. A lot could happen here. There's a lot of strategic divergence going on at the moment. And we've just gone for the most basic strategy of them all. And hoping that it's going to put us in good stead. Right now it should. Really. Hamilton's our direct rival on the same strategy. And we're closing them up. So if we can get past, then we're in the best possible position anyway for our strategy. What's going on behind? Leclerc's past Stroll. So let's see if Leclerc starts speeding up again. I do like China. It's a good circuit to drive, and it normally throws up a good race as well, especially a strategic race. Because the tyres always act a bit funky around here. Right, I'm assuming Hamilton's going to get past it. Hopefully us too. I'll give him some room, but we can make that. That was probably too kind. I can hear Mr. Quiddles going. Not good enough. He wanted a full-on dive up the inside of Hamilton, probably. Okay. So Verstappen's got the gap up to 2 seconds over Hamilton. Let's see what happens. Max surely is coming in shortly. He's not done enough on this strategy. And to win the race, he also needs to get past those 2 Renaults and that AlphaTauri ahead. So he's in quite a situation, actually. He's got a lot of overtaking to do if he still wants to win this race. Ready for the Hamilton send. I'm trying. I'm gonna save a bit of fuel though, because I think it's lowering my fuel count even in standard at the moment. Not really close enough here. One more lap, one more lap. Yeah, Max has lost these tyres are not here anymore. Right, so we've got a Renault in. Actually, that other AlphaTauri's in as well. Let's see where Kvyat falls out. Is he already coming down the pit lane? Oh no, he's stopped. Okay. So let's see where Kvyat falls out. So Kvyat! Okay, I thought he was going to jump Gasly for a brief moment. So he's come out in that train that's being led by Gasly. What was Gasly doing? Was he 2 stopping? No, he was 1 stopping with the rest of us. So Kvyat's got the tyre advantage there. That's not really good for Gasly. Verstappen's going to come out way behind though. He's going to come out with all those cars. It's not just the cars, the Renaults and the AlphaTauris. He's got to get past the McLarens. I mean, the Ferraris will be stopping behind him, so he can get past them. He'll be past them already. He's got to get past Bottas again. You know, he's got to get past me. He's got to get past Hamilton. Hamilton's decided to speed up as well. I've not been actually paying attention to the car ahead of me. What do we reckon? Ascend from here? Ain't gonna happen. I did say next lap. Last lap, but next lap. Okay, Leclerc's ahead of Gio. Got a bit of energy to play with here. Perez is in as well. So that makes us... Yeah, we're in the top 3 again. Not a bad strategy for those guys. He's actually come out ahead of Kvyat. Oh no, that was the order, wasn't it? I think the Renault was leading the AlphaTauri. The Kvyat actually almost jumped him. My mistake. Anyway, they shouldn't be a threat anyway. They've got too many cars to pass and they won't have enough speed to catch us either, I don't think. They're on the same tyre as us as well, so not really a big deal. Okay. So this fight here then is for the lead, really, the net lead. Bit of oversteer. Pretty much dancing. Four-wheel drifting down that corner. Wasn't quite the send, I don't think. We had him before the braking zone though. But that was it was all planned anyway. Had enough energy to actually do that. Saved a bit in the tank. There we go, good move. Now can we pull away? Can we catch Verstappen before he stops again? Because surely he is stopping again. He can't possibly be going to the end here. He's really shot himself in the foot though with the strategy. I mean, if we could overtake Max just to assert dominance, I'll be happy with that. Okay, I'm going to run out of laps though. When did he come in? Lap 4. So he'll probably come in now. He's done 12 laps on this stint. Need to think about fuel a little bit. Don't treat the rear tyres like that either. Right, Max is in. There we go. Net race lead. Right, so it all depends on where Max is coming out the pits, really. If he's got a bit of traffic or a bit of clean air, then it's going to make or break his race. Quite a long pit lane as well, so he's got a long way to wait. Right, Ferraris are in, or Vettel's in. Leclerc's still out. Gasly up to... No, Gasly would be 4th, as it stands. Oh my word, I had a really shit exit there. So Max came out... So he's ahead of... Oh, he's a long way. He's ahead of the first Renault. But he's got Norris, he's got Kvyat, he's got Perez, he's got too many cars. He must be at least 10th there. I mean, Leclerc's going to stop anyway. That'll give him a spot, but that's not good enough. That's a really bad exit again. Oh, 11 laps of holding off Hamilton. Sweet. Couldn't even do it in 1 lap at Vietnam. So, God knows how I'm going to do this for 11 laps. Need a clean lap just to break the toe, really. Yeah, DRS range. Leclerc's in. Gasly's done alright, you know, all things considered. He's raced pretty well. Still holding off Ricardo. Not really in range of Bottas. Car's so oversteery on that long banked corner. Right, so Max is in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's in 9th. Not gone well. I mean, if I could drive really well, I could maybe pull away from Hamilton. Oh, that's a really bad exit.
You're losing a small amount of time to the car behind.
Leave me alone. Need to stop making mistakes because then I can stop using more fuel. There's a lot at stake here.
Be aware we expect the grip levels.
I mean, Hamilton could really start walking away with the championship after 4 rounds if he wins this. But also, more importantly, if I don't win this race, we don't have 4 different winners in the opening 4 races. So, this needs to happen. Destiny requires me to do this. He's really come out of that corner really well. Come on! Come on! We're hanging in there. Hanging in there. Like a whole 10th he pulls just on the exit of that corner. Come on. Needs to be clean out here. Got enough fuel that I can use this time around. That's better. It's cleaner this time around. Just need to do that 8 more times. No biggie. Well, he's made a slight mistake there because he's out of range. Well, he was. It's possible. We can do this. So good. So good. Oh shit, that's not good. Or at least we're saving enough fuel throughout the lap to really attack this straight. Because we need it, really. Sweet as. Hope the tyres are doing okay. Haven't checked their status for a while. Yeah, they're hanging in there. I don't think it's going to be another Vietnam anyway. We're not going to puncture the tyre unless we get really unlucky. We should be fine, should be fine, should be fine. Yep, okay. Oh. Oh! You know, that was like a lunge. God, Hamilton almost sent it on me. The reverse send. Okay, this is probably the closest he's been.
5 laps of fuel remaining.
Really nice exit though, but is that going to be enough? I think it might be. Bit wide. We're okay though. Not really paid much attention to what's going on outside the race. So Verstappen is up. He's past the Renault now. He's just overtaken the Renault. Fourth is in his sights still, has to be said. He's up to 6th. He's only got Ricciardo and Gasly to pass. He's done quite well. That was a horrific exit. I think we got away with it though. Yeah, Verstappen might still fourth back here. Oh, that is an awful corner. Okay, now this is the closest he's ever been. Again, kept it tight though on the exit. That's another exit that's just saved me. Just need to keep an eye on the fuel. Just don't go in the red. Ran out of fuel at Vietnam last time. Don't want to do that again. Oh, a bit wide though. That wasn't ideal.
You've lost some time to the car behind.
Oh shit, he's done it again. I'm doing my best to lose it. Jesus. Wheel spin there. It's just been a bit ragged last half a lap. Come on. Focus, man.
There's 3 laps of fuel remaining.
What, nailed that corner. Lost 2 tenths. He's a little closer this time. Don't have too much to defend with here. Gonna survive though.
Try not to push the tyres too hard. You're probably losing some grip at this point.
60%. What was that tyre on at Vietnam? So it was on like 70, wasn't it? Before it gave out. Got 3 laps yet. Or if I lose this to a puncture. Where's Verstappen? Oh, look at Verstappen on the map. He's in shooting range. Oh my word. Come on. It would mean a Gasly podium if I got a puncture. Worth it. You're asking for a ban at this rate. No more joking. This is serious. I need to save a bit more fuel in this next lap. 63%. I'm right on the brink here. Oh, there's too many right-handers, long right-handers. It's killing that tyre. I can invisibly look at it now. I can see that it just looks horrific.
There's only 1 lap of fuel remaining.
Pretty good corner there. Hamilton struggling as well. I think he might be, you know. It's the furthest we've been ahead of him so far. Right, 1 more lap. Unless he's saving like a tiny bit of fuel and energy to just like banzai this last lap. Which is also possible.
This is your final lap.
66%. I should be okay to run that, not on lean anymore. Bottas has gained a second somehow. Gasly's hanging on to 4th as well. Ricciardo's right behind him. What is this horrific understeer? Oh shit. No, 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 no. Not today. Not today. Good exit again. Used everything in the tyre left. 69%. Oh, something's in the red. Yeah, it's my tyres. My fuel's in the red. I'm gonna hang on though. Wow. Whew. running it as close as I can to the edge. Man, we are just going to survive. 4 wins. 4 winners in 4 races.
Great job, you've done
Woo!
everything we wanted today.
Wow, that was... my back hurts from carrying the team. My hands hurt. That was intense. That was intense.
There'll be many smiles at the factory after that one. A great race and a real team performance to take the win.
Otmar looks awful. Nintendo Wii. Otmar Saf now.
So Anthony, what made the difference?
Yeah, I got a win finally.
Victory. They put together a solid strategy today that appeared
It came a lot earlier than I thought actually.
out on track. The driver did
If I
everything expected of them in the
if I told myself 2 weeks ago when I done Australia that I'd win round 4, I would have gone there. That wouldn't have happened. Ricardo's 6th in the end, so he got mugged. Got mugged at the end by Max.
And the final result.
Shit, I forgot about that celebration.
And a well-deserved first place finish.
There we go. Hamilton's still 2nd though. Man, it's gonna be one of those seasons again from him, isn't it? He was so consistent last time as well. Just podiums. Even when he wasn't winning, he was there. There we go. We defeated Gasly, which is my main takeaway from today.
Let's see what effect this result.
Oh, look at that. He was only a 10th ahead of Max at the end.
Lewis Hamilton takes the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Now,
He done very well though,
who would you
Gasly.
say is a contender for Driver of the Day?
Well, I'm going to give it to the Racing Point driver today. They fought so hard and had incredible pace at times, so I don't think.
You hear that?
anyone else
Racing Point driver.
Let's move on to the
I mean, he might
constructors.
mean Nick de Vries,
Mercedes continue to
but
extend their lead. Another team
Driver of the day, there we go.
satisfied with this Grand Prix.
Gasly done quite well.
Whose
I will give him that.
result moves them further up the championship. And with that,
He was
we
quick.
wrap up another
And had the
weekend
right
of
strategy
racing.
as well to beat Max.
More races lined
Literally a
up. Be
10th,
sure to
less
join
than a
us when
10th
we
at
come
the end.
back with more Formula One.
So he's probably thankful he had Ricardo behind him, giving him a barrier. So Ricardo can get past all race. Ricardo was behind Gasly the whole time. Not surprised because that AlphaTauri is just so slippery. Only one Ferrari in the points. Leclerc 2 stopped. Was the lead Ferrari. Fell back a couple of spots. Kvyat done very well with his 1 stop. Went late in the race. Up to 8th, as did Perez. Yeah, only retirement was Nick. Poor Nick. Yeah, happy with that. That was a really good race. Standings. So we're 10 behind. Hope you can see this alright this time. Actually, let me just remove that. So you've got, yeah, Hamilton. 10 clear. Bottas is there. Max is there. Gaps are spread out a little bit more though. Max nearly a win behind now. Gasly over a win behind. Gasly perhaps suffering from his lack of points at the last race. That 2nd place would have really done him handy. Still, he would still be up there. Still be up in the fight. And then you got the McLarens. Let's see the constructors. So somehow we're 2nd. Those points that de Vries have got have actually been useful. I had a teammate last season that couldn't score points for shit. And although Nick's only got 6 points, they're enough to have us ahead at the moment. So, you know, can't thank de Vries enough. He's doing a great job. But yeah, Mercedes look like they're walking that, aren't they? They've got 2 teammates, two drivers in that car who just consistently get the car up the sharp end, both in qualifying and in the race. So it's paying them dividends at the moment. AlphaTauri still scored points. Good points today. Even Kvyat got back into points as well after bidding qualifying. And Red Bull, not really doing enough, are they? Strategy was shit today as well. So there we go. That's that. Now for questions with Claire.
I'm sure you're pretty happy with that.
I do miss the F1 2010. You sat in the press conference after the race questions. This is just rubbish. Was it a comfortable win? I mean, did you see it? I didn't check that gearbox at the end there. I need to do that real quick as well. Because we were taking a bit out of the gearbox in that first stint. I was cutting my way through the field. You
performed better than last weekend. What changed?
Just pick up the power unit. Just give me the speed.
Can anything or anyone stop you?
Surpassing all expectations. Current world champion in his debut season. Surpassing all expectations right now. This is the best I've ever driven. Scabbing 2 second places and scraping a win. The best you've ever driven. Rubbish.
Well, that's everything.
Okay. There's Albon again. Got a faster lap than me. It's a joke, isn't it? You can get a faster lap than your rival, and that counts as one on the leaderboard. It was on a different strategy. Yeah, it was. Albon wasn't even in the points. He deserves a big fat 0. Silly. I only gained +1 on him. It's a joke. Okay, let's skip time. Let's get these upgrades on the car. A lot of changes. So hang on. So our simulator is now Spec 2. How can I see that? Am I looking in the right place? I know there's a section in my team where you can look at your simulator and your factory bits and pieces. It just said our simulator had been upgraded. So we're no longer using a single monitor with a Mad Cat's wheel. We've upgraded something a bit better. I wonder what level 4 is. Is it just a pad? I'm just sat there with a pad. This is my simulator. That's what all teams should be doing, in my opinion. Okay, advanced time. Cool, so we've got that part. And then hopefully we've got that crankshaft part. Cool. Power unit's looking good, you know. Let's have a look. Yeah. Okay. Second best now. Just behind the AlphaTauri. That's encouraging. Can't buy any new parts yet. I thought I had enough to actually buy something, but I don't. Cool. Alright, that puts us in good shape. Where's that put us overall? We've fallen back. Feels like we're falling back. Red Bull haven't improved at all. Have they gone down slightly? They went down. Oh yeah, for Melbourne. Yeah, they've all dropped a little bit. So Red Bull just haven't upgraded their car at all so far. What on earth are they playing at? Mercedes haven't either, actually. How hard must it be to get these parts then? Are we going to get to a point where parts take like half a season to actually buy? We're gradually on the up. Anyway, that's a matter for next time. Okay, let's wrap it up. So we're here at Zandvoort next time around. Had a good race last season. Didn't qualify too well. Actually, no, that's a lie. The reason we didn't qualify with too well is because we had a gearbox problem. Gearbox. Let me just check the gearbox. 51%. That's okay. 51% after 4 races. So we lost about 10% this weekend. We could probably make that. There's no need to change it, certainly for next race. which is good. So we'll have no grid penalties going into the next race. And it should be a good one. Now, the question is when? When am I back? So it's either going to be... Good question. It could be Friday. Friday at 5 o'clock. Or it's going to be Saturday at some point. Quiddles is predicting that Max will win the next race. So there's 5 different winners in the opening 5 races. Wouldn't that be good? He's normally very quick at Zandvoort as well. So he's got he tends to be quite overpowered there. So we'll see. Yeah. You'll just have to watch next time to find out though. Yeah, okay, so it's either gonna be Friday after work at 5, or it's gonna be Saturday, and I'll probably do that mid-afternoon, probably. If it's Saturday. So cool, let's wrap it up. I'm gonna disappear then. So I hope you have a good evening. And I'll see you next week. No, later in a week. 2 days time. Not next week. See you in a couple